G'day, it's fugitive Australian journalist Shane Dowling from the website and YouTube channel Kangaroo Court of Australia. Now, obviously, there's been big changes in the Liberal Party and the coalition in relation to their leadership. And because Susan Ley has been beaten for the leadership of the coalition, there'll be a by-election in her seat, the seat of Farrer, in a couple of months. That's going to be a big test for the current polling that shows the Liberal Party and the National Party losing a lot of support and One Nation picking up a lot of support. So that by-election will be a test for that. But the person who ran second to Susan Ley at the last election in the seat of Farrer is an independent. So it'll also be a test for how the independents are going. And if the independent or One Nation manage to win the seat, it'll be fairly telling for the federal government, the Labor Party government. And I published an article in relation to the leadership last week on Friday morning, the 13th of February, 2026. And that's the morning Angus Taylor won the leadership from Susan Ley. And I think there's key parts in that article which are relevant still, because old media are sort of missing the relevant parts. They're focusing on the Liberal Party and the coalition being able to survive, and they're saying, oh, well, if they don't do this or that, they won't survive. Well, the reality is they're not going to survive no matter what they do. And that article is relevant to the up-and-coming by-election, so I'll read that article out to you now. And I've obviously edited the article to make it relevant because it was published before the Libs bill. So I've updated the article with Angus Taylor winning. And the article's titled, Angus Taylor as leader of the Liberal Party is also bad news for the Labor Party. And the article starts off, Angus Taylor was voted in as leader of the Liberal Party on Friday the 13th of February 2026, which also makes him leader of the Liberal Party / National Party coalition. But Angus Taylor winning the leadership over former leader Susan Ley doesn't matter because he won't be leader in 12 months as he can't stop the current spiral downwards the Liberal Party is in. Former Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull was at Parliament House this week, per the video I'm about to show you, and he pointed out what everyone knows, that the Liberal Party is in a death spiral because they're in effect controlled by Rupert Murdoch's Sky News and their extremist views.
This is the inevitable consequence for the Liberal Party of imagining that the goal of politics is to seek the approval of the Sky News audience. Now, that may well represent many of the members of their branches, but it does not represent Australia. Australia is a sensible nation. We are a balanced, we are centrists as Australians. We have an electoral system that mediates our political conflict at the centre because of compulsory voting and preferential voting. And if you run off into La La Land, which is where they've headed, then you find yourself running second to Pauline Hanson. One of the Labor ministers said to me the other day, Sky News is the best thing that has ever happened to the Labor Party. It has drawn the Libs off into this La La Land and, which is why it's an extraordinary thing. So no wonder that you can just, if you hear a kind of a soft purring, rubbing noise in the Parliament, it's all of the Labor members just rubbing their hands and hugging themselves with glee as they watch the catastrophe on the other side.
If you're going to appeal to extreme views, you're going to appeal to less and less voters. When Rupert Murdoch was running News Corp and wielding his influence over the Liberal Party for decades, it helped the Liberal Party because Murdoch's media had strong influence over voters. But times have changed. Lachlan Murdoch now runs News Corp, and they no longer have strong influence over voters except for Sky News' small audience. But for some unknown reason, the Liberal Party politicians and the National Party politicians jumped to the tune of Sky News and their small audience, as Malcolm Turnbull pointed out in the video I just showed you. Malcolm Turnbull's view is consistent with others in the Liberal Party. In May 2025, I published an article quoting Tony Barry, who was a former Liberal Party strategist, and he said, Liberal Party branch members love Sky News After Dark on Sky News. Sky After Dark are incredibly influential over Liberal Party pre-selections and via the Liberal Party membership. Liberal Party MPs therefore watch Sky After Dark to see what their branch members are being told, which again reinforces how influential Sky After Dark is, and it drives how the Liberal Party members vote. And that influences the Liberal Party pre-selections and the quality of the people they can choose. The challenge for Susan Ley's leadership has been on the cards for months. I think many people, including myself, were expecting Andrew Hastie to be the next leader of the Liberal Party. Now, Angus Taylor has won the leadership as predicted. He'll only be a seat warmer for Andrew Hastings or someone else, as Taylor has way too much baggage and dirty laundry, and he does not have the communication skills or competency to do any better than Susan Ley. They wrote a couple of weeks ago, this is the great political reset we need to have. There will be no return to the glory days for the Federal Liberal Party National Party coalition, as they don't have anyone of any real calibre to lead them out of the wilderness that they are stuck in. The Labor Party's problem. Well, the Liberal National Party coalition is on the nose with their own supporters who are jumping ship at a rapid pace. They aren't going to the Labor Party. No one on social media is saying what a great job the Labor Party are doing, except for Labor Party trolls. Even Labor Party supporters are extremely critical of the Labor Party for many policy failings such as AUKUS, the National Anti-Corruption Commission, cost of living, housing crisis, and the President Herzog visit, etc. And that's why none of the voters who are deserting the coalition are going to the Labor Party. And that should be of great concern to everyone in the Labor Party. That means minor parties and independents, whose vote has been slowly growing for decades, are in for huge growth, and possibly their biggest growth ever, in votes at the 2028 federal election. Now the dust has settled after the Liberal Party leadership vote on Friday. There's one certainty. It will all be back on again in 6 to 12 months when Liberal Party leader Angus Taylor is tanking even further in the polls, and Andrew Hastings and maybe others are undermining Angus Taylor trying to take his job. As the coalition dies, so does the Labor coalition duopoly, taking turns in government, and that will likely be the end of the Labor Party as we know it as well. The Labor Party coalition duopoly is destroying Australia, and we need to look for better options, which many voters are, and that's why the coalition's in so much trouble. Now, I'm an independent journalist and I'm 100% crowdfunded from viewers like yourself. And I've been running a campaign to help make sure I can keep on doing the work I'm doing. And I'll read that out to you. 12 weeks ago, I launched a campaign with a simple goal: find 200 new monthly supporters so I can keep on doing this work as a fully independent journalist, running this website and YouTube channel without corporate backing or paywalls. Since then, 125 wonderful people have stepped up and become monthly supporters. That's huge. Thank you. We're now at 75 to go. If you've been enjoying the work and aren't yet supporting monthly, I'd be incredibly grateful if you consider joining them. Here's the situation. Like most independent journalists, I'm basically a one-person small business. Right now, a lot of us are feeling the squeeze, just like many small businesses and households are. To stay afloat and keep bringing you the reporting I do, I need roughly 200 more people, well 75 now, chipping in whatever they can comfortably afford each month. Anything from $3 to $100 or whatever works for your budget makes a real difference. There's no lock-in. You can cancel or adjust at any time. If that feels doable right now, you can see all the donation options on the donations page, and there's a link for that below this video on YouTube. Your support, whether it's a monthly donation, one-time donation, or just sharing this work, is what keeps independent voices like this one alive. And please do your bit and help shine a light on corruption and share this video on social media. And please hit the like and subscribe button and notification button. That way you get notified when I publish new videos. Other than that, thank you for your time and have a good day.